are going to discuss about the introduction to the syllabus for this subject of heat transfer. The flow of the lecture would be we are going to discuss initially about the credits and the exam pattern. Then I'll tell you the course objectives, the outcomes which are expected after the completion of the syllabus. Then we'll discuss one by one the unit-wise contents of the course, and finally, I'll be talking about the books which you need to refer for preparation of this subject. So let us start. Myself, Professor Bhirudu Nitin, I'm having 20 years of experience, and my domain of expertise is in thermal and fluids engineering under the umbrella of mechanical engineering. The syllabus, first let us, we are talking about the syllabus of SPPU, that is Savitribai Phule Pune University. This is the course under third year mechanical engineering, and the name of the course is heat transfer. The teaching scheme includes 4 hours of theory lectures per week. In addition to that, 2 hours of practical per week per batch are expected to be carried out by the students. The total credits for the subjects are 5. Out of that, 4 are for theory examination and 1 credit is exclusively there for the practical examination. The examination scheme is in-sem examination of 30 marks and end-sem examination of 70 marks, and there is a separate examination for practicals of 50 marks weightage. The objectives of the course are to identify the important modes of heat transfer and their applications, formulate and apply the general three-dimensional heat conduction equations, analyze the thermal system with internal heat generation and lump heat capacitance, understand the mechanism of convective heat transfer, determine the radiative heat transfer between the surfaces. In all these course objective, you might have noticed that we are going to start with the basics. So we are supposed to identify the modes of heat transfer and their respective applications, formulate and apply the conduction equation, general equations for the conduction process. Then we need to find out the solution for these equations for different problems like internal heat generation problem, lump heat capacitance problem. We need to understand the mechanism of convection and its application to different type of engineering problems. Similar is the case for radiative heat transfer. So these are the objectives and describe the last objective is describe the various two-phase heat transfer phenomena, execute the effectiveness and rating of the heat exchanger. So this is a special things. After learning of all these objectives, it is expected that you should understand the different types of heat transfer equipments called as heat exchangers and their designs. So we need to find out their performance design and their performance in the last objective. So course outcomes which are expected after the completion of this course, you should be able to analyze the various modes of heat transfer, implement the basic heat conduction equation for steady one-dimensional thermal system. So we are going to start with the basic concepts and we are going to solve the first problem of basic heat conduction equation in one-dimensional thermal systems. This we are going to do with a special method called as electrical analogy. Then the second outcome is implement a general heat conduction equation. As I told you in the objectives that we need to derive the expression for the generalized equation and then we need to reduce it for the different types of simplified assumptions. So we need to first implement this general heat conduction equation and we need to use it for the different types of thermal systems with and without internal heat generation and for transient conduction also. Analyze the heat transfer rate in natural and forced convection and evaluate through the experimental investigation. For determination of heat transfer coefficient in natural and forced convection, we are mostly relying on the numerical results, the experimental results, which are in the form of some empirical correlations. So all these correlations we are going to study and we need to we should be able, after completion of this syllabus, you should be able to pick up a particular proper correlation for that given problem, use it, and then find out the solution for the problem. Then fourth CO is interpret the heat transfer by radiation between objects with simple geometries. We are not going to go for complicated geometries. For simple geometries, how the radiation heat exchange problem can be solved. How we can find out the heat transfer only because of radiation in between two surfaces or three surfaces. And lastly, analyze the heat transfer equipments and investigate their performance. So we are going to talk about the heat exchangers in the end of the syllabus. The course contents are, as usual, like the pattern which is followed in the Savitribai Phule Pune University. It is divided in 6 units. So first unit of that is we are going to have some introduction to the basic concepts like application areas of heat transfer, different modes of heat transfer, then the three-dimensional heat conduction equation. We are going to derive for the Cartesian coordinate system, and of course, we are going to make it simple for with some simplified assumptions, and we are going to define properties like thermal conductivity, thermal diffusivity, and their respective application areas. Then the second part of unit number one is boundary and initial conditions. After expressing this three-dimensional conduction equation in a simplified form, in order to find out the solution, we have to define certain things physically, and those things are called as boundary conditions or initial conditions. Boundary conditions, if we are designating it with respect to some space coordinates, and initial conditions means when we are describing anything with respect to time, then it's called as initial condition. So application of these different types of boundary conditions like temperature boundary condition, heat flux boundary condition, convection boundary condition, and radiation boundary condition, that we are going to see in the second part. The third part of the same unit is going to have some applications. So in the first part, we are going to derive the third dimension equation. Second part, we are going to find out the methodology for finding out its solution. And third part, we are going to actually use it for finding out a solution of the first problem of heat transfer, that is one dimensional steady state heat conduction without heat generation. And I already told you, we are going to solve this problem by using a specific methodology called as electrical analogy. And in that we are going to derive find out the concept of thermal resistance, and once again we are going to have a look at the three-dimensional conduction equation in cylindrical and spherical coordinate systems and their reduction to the one-dimensional forms, and then we are going to talk about the critical radius of insulation, another important concept for cylinders and spheres. So this was unit number one. Unit number two, we are going to talk about the second problem, that is one-dimensional steady-state conduction with heat generation. In the first unit is expected to learn about the without heat generation problem. In the second unit is expected to learn about the with heat generation. Means there is something, some energy is getting generated within the object itself, and that is what is called as with heat generation. So we are going to have different types of problems like plane wall, cylinders, and sphere subjected to different boundary conditions. And in the same unit, we are going to talk about another third problem called as heat transfer through the extended surfaces or fins. So we are going to have fins, their applications, the governing equations, the solution for different boundary conditions, once again similar to the first case, and their performance parameters like efficiency and effectiveness of the fins and the related numericals. Unit number three, we are going to talk about initially about the different types of thermal insulations, their types, selections, the cost consideration behind the selection and all these things, and simply how we can find out the payback period for the simple insulation systems that we are going to see. In the second part of unit number three, we are going to talk about the first time we are going to talk about unsteady conduction problem in which the transient heat conduction is to be considered, whereas heat transfer rate is not uh, constant with respect to time, it is varying with respect to time. And in that case, how we can solve the problem? There are certain methods, the lump system analysis we are going to apply. We are going to define dimensionless numbers like Biot number, Fourier number, their physical significance. We are going to talk about the time constants and the response of the thermocouples, transient heat analysis by using the charts. So we are going to talk about the Hissler and Glober charts for finding out the transient heat conduction rates. Then unit number 1, 2, 3 were about conduction. Unit number 4 is dedicated to convection, and we are going to start with basics of convection, fundamentals of convection. In that, we are going to understand about the mechanism of natural and forced convection, what is the meaning of local and average heat transfer coefficient, what is the concepts of velocity and thermal moduli, and how these concepts are useful for finding out the heat transfer coefficients in convection system. Then we are going to talk about the first type of convection, that is called as forced convection, with the help of, as I told you already, dimensionless numbers, their physical significance, the empirical correlations which are required for finding out the heat transfer coefficient in forced convection for different types of conditions like external forced convection and internal forced convection for both laminar as well as turbulent fluids. Then we are going to talk about natural convection. In that, we are going to talk about the introduction, dimensionless number, their physical significance, empirical correlations for natural convections, and all these things. Unit number 5 is for the third mode of heat transfer, that is radiation. In this, we are going to talk about initially about the fundamental concepts, the black body radiation laws like Planck's law, Wien's law, Kirchhoff's law, Lambert law, and all these things with their simple applications. And then finally, we are going to talk about how we can find out the heat transfer by radiation in between the surfaces by using a concept of electrical energy for the radiations. And then we are going to talk about the radiation shape factors and how we can calculate the radiation exchange between two black or non-black surfaces. And finally, we are going to discuss about the radiation shields. The shields are basically used for reducing the heat transfer rate by radiation. So application areas of the shields and use of the shields and some numerical analysis about the shields that we are going to talk. Unit number 6, the last unit of the syllabus, we are going to discuss about the heat transfer equipments. In this, we are going to first talk about the process of two-phase heat transfer, that is condensation and boiling, in which we are going to talk about boiling heat transfer, types of boiling, pool boiling, forced boiling, condensation heat transfer, film voice condensation, and drop voice condensation with a small simple numerical treatment. And then we are going to pay attention to the heat exchangers. We are going to talk about two types of heat exchanger design methodologies. One is called as LMTD method, and the second one is called as effectiveness LTU method. So this is what is we are going to do in the heat exchangers. And finally, we are going to have a small introduction to the other types of heat transfer equipments like heat pipes, then the electronic cooling, and discussion on active and passive methods. So this is going to be the syllabus for this heat transfer, which is covering all the three modes, which conduction, convection, and radiation with equal importance into the syllabus. Now we are going to see the list of books which is recommended by the Savitribai Phule Pune University. The books are divided in two groups. One is textbooks and the other one is reference books. So in the textbook category, we have got the books of Incropera David, then the book of Senjal and Bowles, then the book of Dr. S.P. Sukhatme, then R.C. Sachadeva, P.K. Nag, and Dr. M.M. Rothur. The colored, this color, that is Senjal, Sukhatme, and Rathod, this books which I have used for my presentation throughout the course. And then in the reference sections, we have got the books of Mills, Venkateshan, Holman, Tiruleshwar, Datta, and Kodandaraman. And of course, we need to use the data books, and the data books are available through the Savitribai Phule University, and they will be provided to at the time of your examination. So this was our syllabus of this subject called as heat transfer. Course objective, this in this lecture what we have learned is the course objective and outcome we have seen in the initial part. Then we have seen the detailing of the syllabus, and at the end we have seen the books which are recommended by Savitribai Phule University for understanding and practicing of the numericals. Thank you, and we'll discuss about the more details in the upcoming lectures. Thank you very much.